So we're going to do a quick run through of how to do the revolve, the third practice in the revolve. Let's open up a new part. What we're going to make is based on the drawing that's in front of you, specifically this part of the drawing. It's going to look like, let's see if I can find it for you real quick here. It's going to look like this, but what we're focused on is this part right here, because we're going to make our revolving axis right through the middle of this part, like that. And what we need to construct is this shape right here. We're going to use our line function to create it, and then dimension it. So, using those dimensions, we'll start a 2D sketch, XY plane, and line function. I'm going to start here, go over about 0.3, but it doesn't have to be exact, and then go straight up about 1 inch. But once again, it doesn't have to be exact, but your angle should be 90 degrees, should be straight up. And then over about 2 inches, making sure that I'm 90 degrees exactly. And then we're just going to go up a little ways in the neighborhood of 0.25. Once again, make sure you're straight up. And then over about a ½ inch. And then up about 1/8 straight up. Over until, now this is important. Go over, make sure you line up with, see how that dotted line shows up? That's what we want. We want to line up with that. Click there. Straight up a little ways. All the way over. Until, once again, see how that dotted line shows up? Boom. I want to make sure I'm lined up with that. Click there. Go up about 1 inch. Click. Come over to the y-axis again. Click there. And then drop all the way down to where we started. All right, and there is our rough shape. Now we're going to dimension it. I'll go around starting here. I'll do it in the same order I made them. So this one's going to be, click on the number, 0.3. This is going to be 1 inch. This is going to be 2 inches. This is going to be 0.25. This is going to be 0.5. This is going to be 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. This is going to be 0.25. And by the time we get almost there, let's do this is going to be 1 inch. And that should do it. There we go. Now everything's constrained. Now we have to put in our axis. So we're going to make a line. I'm going to make it a construction line. It doesn't really matter which one it is, but I like construction. So we're just going to go over here to the x-axis, click once, go straight up. Doesn't matter how far, but make sure you are straight up. Look at that 90 degrees, or straight up. So click again. And then we're going to dimension that. What we're going to dimension is the distance from the bottom of that line, this point, to this point here. And we want that to be 0.25. All this can be figured out from looking at your drawing. But I'm giving it to you here for free. All right, once you've done that, finish your sketch. Right-click, hit Revolve. It already selects that shape. So now we have to tell it the axis, which is that line we just made. Revolves it around. And we're done. Now, at this point, what I'd like you to do is submit a drawing for it. I'm going to show you how to do the drawing as well. So we're going to save this file. And I'm going to call it Revolve Practice 3. I'm going to call it B, because I've done it more than once. Save. And then I'm going to go to New. Drawing, Remember the routine we have to go through here. We're going to delete the big box. We're going to edit the sheet. Make it a size A. Oops, size A. There we go. Put in a new box. Put in our name and all that other information by going to iProperties and Summary. Revolve Practice 3. Intro to Engineering. Your name. My name. And William Penn High School. Apply. It'll fill it in down here. All right, we're going to place our views. So we hit base. Now, let's see. I want, that one's fine there. And I'm going to put a top view of it here. And over here, I'm going to put the isometric. Don't put anything here yet. Hit OK. Double click that one. There we go. Make it gray. Boom. Now, all right. Now I'm going to show you how to do a section view. This is where you imaginarily, if that's a word, cut something in half so you can see the dimensions in the middle. So I hit section, and I'm going to cut. I click anywhere in here where see that red box showed up. Click anywhere there, and now I'm going to go to the center of this thing right here. I'll click once, come down, I'm going to get to this point here in the center of it. Click again. I'm going to move either left or right. It really doesn't make a difference in this case. And I'm going to right-click. Don't click any. Right-click and hit Continue. And it creates. Notice it cut this thing in half. You're seeing right here what you would see if you cut it in half. To show the parts that were actually cut, that's what the diagonal lines that you see are. And these are the things that you're going to dimension. So let's go through and dimension as many of them as we can. I may not do it exactly like what you see in the diagram you have in your notebook or whatever, but that's okay. So remember, you go to Annotate, Dimension, as long as the information's there. I'll go from here to here, and that'll do the entire height. And let's take this one out to 3 decimal places. Okay. All right, we'll dimension this one next. I'm going to go from this point to this point. I'm going to zoom in here. We're going to do this little piece. And this little piece here. And this little guy here we'll do on the inside. So get that. Now try to avoid those green circles. There you go. And with this one, change the decimal places to 3 so we can see just how big it is. Let's do this. Let's show people how far away we need that axis to be. So we're going to dimension from here to the center of that piece. And that shows people that. And then we're going to dimension this piece to show them that it's 0.3. And I'm going to, on the drawing you have, I forgot to do this, but I'm going to dimension that distance is 0.5. And I think that's the, oh, this distance is 1 inch. And just for the heck of it, we'll do this distance is 1 inch as well. And these radius, this is a radii, I should say. So this one, or actually that's a diameter, that's all right. Just in case it's 3 places, but I think we're all right. Yeah. We'll do this one. And this one. And this one. And that should do it. All right, and then we're going to export it. This is a new way of doing this. I was doing the print thing, but I realized you can export it as a PDF, keep the same name, put it in your documents, and then upload it to Schoology. All right, thank you for watching. That's a little ugly there, by the way. I should have moved that up, but you'll forgive me.